welcome back to my
Hi,
channel.
lovely
Today I'm going
people.
to show
So
you
we're
how to
back
bake
again on
a
this channel
crazy
with
birthday
another
cake, a very sweet
interesting
and
and
fluffy birthday
amazing
cake.
recipe.
And
I
I'm also going to
trust
show
you
you
will
how
love
to
this
make
one.
some
I know
cupcakes.
definitely
As you can see, our
that
cupcake
you
pans
will love it.
are
So
ready.
today we are
They've been
learning
cleaned,
how
they've been
to make
washed and
cupcakes.
allowed
Like
to just
cupcakes, you're going
drain
to know
water. Okay,
the
so
amount of
we're
batter
going
you
to
need
add
for a
curry
given
immediately.
quantity. You're going to be
This
able
is
to
our butter.
calculate it,
Don't worry,
right?
I'm going to write all the
Okay, so
ingredients
I'm
out
going to
in
write
the
all of the recipe
description box. The
in the
ingredients and their
description
measurements will be
box,
in the
everything you
description
need to
box,
know.
so do
Don't
not
mind me,
worry.
this video was
This is
voiced
our
before,
butter,
but because
flour,
of the sound of the
sugar.
generator which kept
This
interfering
is
with
our
this
baking
video, I had
powder.
to like mute
What's
it
that?
and then use a voice note
This is our
instead.
alcohol.
Also,
This
I
is the
had to
vanilla
also teach a
flavor.
physical
This is our
person who was
brownie.
there
This
to
is
also learn
optional.
this recipe.
This is
All right, a physical
our milk
student, so I had
flavor,
to put her
and this is
through
the
on
preservative.
one or two
So, and this
things
is our egg,
alongside this video.
as you can
So
see.
don't
We are
mind
making a
when you see me
500-gram
talking,
cake, so we
please. I
start
just
off
hope you understand.
immediately. So I'm
So
just
here
going to
I
be
just shown you
transferring the
the
butter
ingredients. That
to
is
our
my
bowl.
margarine. That's my margarine, and my
We make sure
sugar
to
is
get a
just
bowl
by the
sizable
side.
enough
All
to
right,
take
so I'm starting off the
the
cake.
cake batter and
This recipe
everything.
can be used to make
So
a
this
birthday
our
cake,
bowl
like an
is big
average
enough,
size birthday cake. All right,
and
and
our
it can
sugar.
also be
We're going
used
to
to
be
make cupcake.
commencing
I'll show you the
creaming.
difference along the line. So I've added my margarine and I'm adding my
The
sugar. After adding this,
the
I'm going
cover.
to be creaming them in the mixer
What's
just
it
in
mean?
front of me. All right, I have two mixers for the sake of this video. The table mixer, the stand mixer in front of me, the one I'm touching right now, should be able to cream this cake, do this job from beginning to end. But just because it's like I want it to face you people, so I can't work with it for the sake of this video, and I want you to see when I'm adding everything. Like this one will be creaming and I'll just add everything alongside. All right, so I've set the
We're going to be
mixer.
allowing this
So
cream
right after it
for
creams the butter and the
10 to
sugar,
20
I'll bring
minutes.
it out and then
This
use
is a
the
very
hand
fast
mixer to finish
mixer.
up, right? So this mixer now
I just
is a
increased the
very
speed
fast mixer. So this butter and sugar is going to be creaming for, let's say, 10 to 15 minutes. 10 to
So
15
while
minutes
that
is
is
just
going
okay.
on,
So the time of
just break our
your
egg.
creaming time, like the time your butter and your sugar is going to cream. Sorry, I'm using butter and margarine interchangeably. I think they are almost the same thing. All right, so it's margarine, it's butter, anyone. All right, so the creaming time largely depends on how fast your mixer is. So the mixer is on now and it has contributed to the noise, which is part of the reason I also muted this video. So while it is creaming, whilst the creaming process is going on, I took the time to break the egg. Now if you noticed, I used a small bowl to break and pour in the first two I did, just to show you how to do it, just in case you're not sure of your egg. You just have to use a smaller bowl to break the egg and pour into your main bowl, each one after the other, so that you don't get a bad one that will spoil the rest of the eggs. That was what I did for the first two eggs, but because I'm very sure of my eggs, they are fresh eggs, I just got them this morning, so I could like beat my chest that they are good. They are fine, so I just broke directly in. All right, so when I finished, I removed a little of the shell that fell in. That's what I did there. Now I'm pausing the mixer and I'm mixing. I'm trying to bring out the layers. There are ones that are inside, some layers that you need to like turn to come up where the mixer doesn't get to, like that the mixing tool doesn't get to. So you just have to use your hand to turn it out, and then we'll give it one last move, one last mix. Sorry. All right, so then we mix, we just wanted to start mixing our dry ingredients together, but the butter is ready, like our mixture, our sugar and margarine mixture is ready. As you can see, it is very fluffy. That's how you know that your cake is ready. If you don't get this step, trust me, your cake is going to be very hard. So your butter and your sugar has to cream very well, very, very well. Like it has to be very fluffy before you bring it out. And you know this by a change in color, it's going to be turn whitish a bit and it's going to be a lot more freer than when it started. Like if you just lift up your spatula, it will just fall. Like it's going to be very, very light, like what I just did now. Okay, so I'm going to finish up with the hand mixer. I fixed the two in and I'm going into the bottom. I'm trying to remove the spatula and then I'm going to continue screaming after plugging the mixer in to the electric supply. After mixing, I'm going to put that is my rising agent, that is the baking powder. Like I told you, the whole recipe will be in the recipe and measurements would be in the description box, so do not worry, you could just check that out and have it copied out. All right, so I'm putting the baking powder. Now next I'm going to put in every other dry ingredient into the flour, and then the liquid ingredients I'm going to be putting them directly in the cake mixture. That's the butter and the sugar. What I've just put now is a preservative. We just need a little, just a little quantity. If you check the description box, you see the quantity we used, and that's because this cake is going to be staying for quite a while, because the owner of this cake is going to be serving her guests, all right, for some time with this cake. So we don't know, we can't guarantee how long it's going to stay, so we just needed to add a little preservative. But if you are using the cake like in a week interval, you don't need the preservative, you just leave it out. So yeah, we've just poured in our egg into this cake mixture, and please do not short these eggs, please. I left one out because it was more than 10, it was 11. As I found that out while I was breaking. I noticed while I breaking the eggs, I noticed it was over with one, like it was 11 instead of 10, because it's a 500-gram cake we are making. All right, so I had to just leave one out. But please do not short your egg. If the recipe says 10 eggs, please go ahead and use 10 eggs. The goal is to achieve a soft and very fluffy cake, a yummy cake that'll give you a melt in the mouth feeling. So that's what we are after. So do not upset the recipe in any way and in any form, so that you do not achieve something that I cannot describe. Okay, so next, we after adding the dry ingredients to the flour, we are adding the liquid ingredients directly to the cake mixture. Well, that's the alcohol, and I'm using the 1/3 cup. I'll just scoop it into the mixture, the cake mixture, and then I'll add every other one, the vanilla flavor and the milk flavor. Trust me, guys, this cake is one in a lifetime recipe. It's so nice. The cake is so yummy. If you try it out, please come back and tell me how beautiful, how delicious you think this recipe is, because you're definitely going to be having a one in a lifetime experience. And guys, if you've watched this video until now, I'm sure you're deriving value. I'm sure you're loving it already, so why not consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't. And if you're my returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate your presence and support. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Aren't you getting value? So please, guys, I encourage you to subscribe. You're going to be learning a whole lot from this channel. I can bet on that. I can cross my heart on that. I'm going to be posting very valuable contents for you to learn. Okay, so I brought the video closer now so that you can see what our batter is looking like already. This is our cake mixture minus the flour. That's the only thing we've not added, the flour and the baking powder, which is in the flour. So yeah, we're moving on to adding the dry ingredients. And our cake is already looking so beautiful and fluffy already. So we scoop this in batches. We're not pouring in all in at once. We'll go like twice or three times, right? We're going to be turning that. And please do not overwork your hand mixer if you're using a mixer as mine. If it's a stand mixer, you can go all the way, all right? But if it's the hand mixer like the one I'm using, please do not overwork it because it's delicate and it can spoil. As you can see, I'm trying to just work on the surface, and later on I'll use my spatula and give it a good mix. This mixer is not as strong as the stand mixer, it's not as strong as the table mixer, so it can go all the way down into the batter. So it's best to use a table mixer. Like I said, I didn't use this one in this video just because I wanted it close to me. I wanted to I wanted to be teaching you as much as I am baking. But if I'm just baking directly, I would have just used the stand mixer. All right, so hi, say hello to my girl who came in to give me something and quickly dashed out because she's not camera friendly. She doesn't like camera. All right, so yeah, I'm showing you the raisins now. What is in the nylon is the raisins, and I'm trying to demonstrate that the difference between cupcakes and the birthday cake right now is these raisins. If I add them, this is what you call the fruits, those things that are always inside the cake. Oh, I thought I brought that out. I don't know. I don't know how I skipped that part, but it's just those things inside the cake. It's called raisins. Some people call them fruits. So if you just want to add them, assuming you're baking a normal birthday cake that you will use a size 8 pan, you will just add this. For a size 8 pan, this quantity of butter will give you 3 size 8 pans, like 3 layers of an 8 inches cake. All right, so because this is a 500-gram cake. All right, so but because it's a cupcake, I'm not going to be adding the raisins. I'm not adding it. So I just greased the cupcake pans. My girl has greased most of them. I just showed you how to grease them. Just apply butter in the pans. And here we are scooping in our butter into our pans. We are done with this cake, guys. We are almost done. And yeah, another important part of this video is to get the quantity of cupcakes we derive from a 500-gram cake. All right, so at the end of this scooping process, at the end of this scooping our cake into our pans, we got a total number of 35 cupcakes from a 500-gram cake, like 35 pieces of cupcakes. And this is a bigger size of cupcakes, assuming it was the other one that looks like a tree, the other one that the trees are fitted in, as the cupcakes are fitted into a tray like that, would have gotten up to like say 40, 42. But because these ones are bigger cups, bigger sizes of cups, we got 35, and this wasn't enough for what we wanted. So I had to like bake another 250 grams to make up the quantity we need. We needed 50 pieces of cupcakes, right? So we baked another 250 grams to make it up. Like you can see, the other tray is now full. We didn't film that part because we didn't think it was necessary. The most important thing, you've gotten the recipe, and that's all that matters. Now see how fluffy and beautiful our cakes are looking. Can you beat that? See how nice this cake is looking. So beautiful, so fluffy, so I don't even have the word to describe this cake. So guys, will you be trying out this recipe? Please try it out and tell me what you think about it in the comment section. Talk to me, guys. I would like to hear what you think of this cakes and this recipe. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to this channel. Bye.